How's it going? Coming at you with some DayZ here today. I made a gameplay video a couple days ago, but it didn't really turn out how I wanted it to, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we get into the game. But yeah, so I've got one here today, and let's get going. Look for a server. We may already be attached to a server. Yeah, I think we are. Okay. Alright, there, it looks like there's several people on this one. Alright, here we go. As you can see, I've got a pretty good amount of gear here. I can show you my inventory here. Yeah, I've got plenty to drink. I've got, including a water bottle. I've got plenty of food, supplies, a medical kit there, and we actually found a gun earlier. We actually found that gun yesterday, but I was looking everywhere for ammo, and I just couldn't find ammo anywhere. But today we managed to wander our way to, or we managed to randomly end up at the, I believe it's the northeast. Yeah, northeast airfield, and we were able to find 10 rounds of ammo for our gun. So I was very, very, very happy about that, because without ammo and with as many people as were on at that time, I think there were about 20 people on. I was not a happy camper with no ammo, especially running into the northeast air base. I didn't even have a hatchet either. I came along this shortly after I found the gun, and it was rough. I got attacked by a zombie and lost a lot of blood at one point, and for some reason whenever I put this hoodie on, it took away my t-shirt. And I thought that it would go over your t-shirt, but it decided to just make it completely disappear, so I had nothing to tear into rags. So I'm just sitting there bleeding profusely, and I had this zombie chasing me, and I'm running through buildings just frantically looking for a shirt that I can make into rags, and it was to no avail. But finally I found a shirt, and I was able to rip it up and stop the bleeding. But that's not where my struggles ended. No, it's not. About probably no more than 10 minutes later, as I was running through the city, I got hit by another zombie, and I don't know how he hit me. I just ran right past him, and he just managed to get a little nick on me as I ran past him, and I thought I was gonna go unconscious. I was losing a lot of blood. Thankfully, I had found a medical kit though, and I had some bandages on me. But whenever I tried to put the bandage on, I was in mid desync, so it wasn't letting me put the bandages on. So as you can tell, I've had a rough go at it. And I guess the worst thing that happened was I was dying from thirst. I was about to pass out. I know I was. I just felt it was about to happen. And like my thirst meter was dark red, and my guy was panicking over there in the bottom left corner, just freaking out. And we finally found a well that we had been looking for. I was almost dying from thirst for about 20 minutes. I was really nervous. Because I had all this gear. I had the gun. I finally had the hatchet. I had the med kit. I had all kinds of food and drink. But I had no water. Or I had food. I didn't have any water though, or drinks or anything. And we finally came up to a town that had a well, thankfully. No zombies around, a well. We were able to drink up, and we were okay. But what really made me a little upset is that shortly after we found that well, and I got all hydrated once again, the next two towns I came up to, immediately I saw a well. They had a well right there, and I was really annoyed by that. It was like, oh, luck just doesn't like me today. But thankfully I was able to get all kinds of goodies after things started looking up, so we're okay now. Right now, I'm trying to find my way to the city. I'm actually looking around for hopefully a compass or a map, because I would really, really like to get down to the city since I have ammo now, and maybe we can get into a little action so I can get some of that on video for you. But yeah, right now we're just still we're doing good. I've got a friend that plays with me too, and hopefully he'll get on later on. I've got a bunch of gear for him that he can use. What is this, bandana? I've got a lot of gear for him, and so hopefully he'll get on and I can kind of unload my pack, because I'm running a little full, and if I find some other good stuff, then I'm gonna have to unload some stuff that I can't carry anymore, and that's bad news for him, but not necessarily for me. I'm really excited for cars to come into this game. I know it's going to be a long ways off, because I mean we're still in the alpha right now. It's not even beta yet, and I mean I'm really enjoying it just how it is. Like, I don't mind running across the country. I mean this game is absolutely beautiful. It is stunning. It's got Arma 3 graphics, and Arma 3, if you haven't played it, is an awesome game. Like it's just good to look at. I mean, you can just play it and just like go find a mountain somewhere and sit cross-legged up on the mountain and just stare off for a couple of hours and, you know, take a nap in real life. At least in theory that sounds good, but I don't know that I would actually necessarily do that. It looks like there's there's like a barn building up here. We'll see what we can find up here. See how many people are on. There's about 12 people or so. Yeah, so if we go to a town, we should be able to find some people pretty easily if we get to one of the big cities. They're probably camped up out there. Either that or, you know, the Air Force Base. Like, I'm pretty sure, see, Balota, isn't that's southwest, I'm pretty sure is where Balota is. It's been a while. I used to play Arma 2, or the DayZ mod for Arma 2, and I really enjoyed it, and I got really into it. So I knew the map by heart, and like, I mean, I loved flying helicopters in that game. That was my passion in the virtual world, was being a pilot, and I was pretty good at it. I won't hold that back. I was pretty good at it. That was definitely my calling for the time. And it was, I don't know, like I knew the map by heart, like I said, and now like I took about a 4-month break probably. Well, no, I've taken a lot longer break than that because I sold my gaming PC that I had. I built one last January and I sold it over the summer because I needed some money for books and everything, and thankfully I have money now, so I was able to purchase this new gaming PC, which is actually my dream PC. And if you want to know about the specs or anything, you can always message me on YouTube, and I'll give you an answer, promise you. At least right now, while I don't have very many viewers. Yeah, I just recently started getting into YouTube. I used to make videos before, but they were never like, you know, gameplay oriented because I never had the computer that could do it. And when I did have a computer that could do it, I just wasn't really interested in making videos or streaming or anything. But now I have a Twitch account. Like, I found out about Twitch, and it's a really cool program. Like, I stream on there once in a while. I'm having some internet problems lately though, and I'm having some people come out and look at my internet or tomorrow actually, so hopefully we'll get that taken care of and fixed, because I'm supposed to be getting like 12 megabytes per second download speed, and I've got the router to do it, I've got the modem to do it, I'm hardwired and I'm ready to go, and I'm only getting 1 megabyte per second download speed. My upload speed, like whenever I stream on the Twitch, it's not, I mean, it's good and it's smooth on your end, I promise you, but on my end, it's just like, it's like I just have lag. I mean, like I get desyncs constantly, and it's just really annoying and frustrating. But hopefully we'll be able to get that fixed. And I'm pretty sure I was just over there a second ago, so I think we just did a giant 180 or 360. That wouldn't be a 180. It'd be a 360, wouldn't it? No, it'd be a 180. That's right, 360. Oh, I don't know my directions. I don't know my degrees. We'll go check out this little barn up here. See, those long barns down there, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but in the DayZ mod, you would run inside some of those barns and you would just, like, randomly die. Like, your legs would just snap and break. And that's just how DayZ was. You never knew what was gonna happen to you. You didn't have to worry so much about the zombies, or not even the other people all that much. I mean, you do, definitely the other people, but it's more or less the random things that happen to you when you're just not expecting it. And just the other day, the reason I didn't finish the video that I made the other day of my DayZ gameplay is because I was pretty well geared up, to be honest with you. I had all the gear. I don't think I had a gun though. No, I don't think I had a gun. But I was just climbing up on this catwalk. I think it was in Cherno, and I was looking around for some gear. And as I was walking along the catwalk, my character decided to just like randomly do like this electric slide off of the edge. Like somehow my body just defied the laws of science and went straight through this metal rail. And I fell to my death, and it was after only 5 minutes of gameplay. Like, I had some pretty good commentary going on there. I had a good conversation going on with you guys, but yeah, I wasn't about to put that on there. I mean, you know, now that I think about it, I guess I should have saved it just for, you know, laughs and maybe make like a funny montage at some point. But I was just too irritated to even think about it, so I just kind of got rid of it as quick as I could. But we're okay now. We're paying attention to what we're doing. We're not running off the sides of things now, and I'm all ready to go. I've got my full attention on what I'm doing right now. Well, and of course talking to you guys and trying to keep you entertained in some way, shape, or form. I like to play other games too. I mean, I play Counter-Strike with some friends sometimes, but I also like console gaming. I play Call of Duty Ghosts. I know there's a lot of Battlefield people out there that love playing Battlefield. They're sworn to Battlefield. That's their that's their home away from home, is playing Battlefield. And let me just tell you, I mean, here's my thing with Battlefield. I love the game. I think it is fantastic. I think it is a gorgeous game. I love blowing anything up that I want to and just letting things crumble into pieces. That is just awesome. But at the same time, I struggle with killing people in that game. I'm just not good at it. I'll just be completely honest with you. I'm not good at Battlefield. And so I play Call of Duty. I think that's kind of the thing. If you're not good at Battlefield, you play Call of Duty. And if you don't like Call of Duty, you play Battlefield. And most people that play Battlefield because they don't like Call of Duty are pretty good at Battlefield, I would say. But I do like Call of Duty. I play it on Xbox 360. I will be getting an Xbox One in the near future. And I play on a competitive team, and we are not by any means pro or anything like that. But I would definitely like to see some championships coming along in my future. I think that would be pretty nice. Like I got a little desync going on here. Oh, no message received. Alright, who knows what's gonna happen. If we disconnect, that's alright, we'll just come back in. As long as I don't lose anything that I have. If I lose my stuff, I might be a little upset. Which is understandable, I'm sure. The other day, actually this new PC is it's 3 days old. And I got all the parts in. You know, I waited a week for them to all come in. I was so excited. I finally got it all set up, or I finally got it all purchased, and it all came in. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna build this tonight, and I'm gonna get streaming by the next day. Well, that's not exactly how it worked. That's never how it actually. That's never how it really works. It's never how you plan. But I got it all set up. You know, I got everything plugged up right. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks right. That looks pretty good to me. So we hit the power button, and to my dismay, all I heard was a little clicking sound coming from the power supply. I hit the power button, and all I heard was a click, and I broke down. Not like a meltdown or anything, but I was saddened. I was heartbroken, and but another part of me was just like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna get this fixed, and I'm gonna have nothing to worry about. So the next day, I took my computer into my boss. I work in information technology at the university that I go to, and so I went and told my boss. I'm like, hey, here's what's going on, and like I hooked the computer up and I let him listen to it, and he was like, okay, well let's see, and he told me that it sounded like the power supply to him. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the power supply. I think that's right. That's what I was assuming the other day. So I'm gonna go with that. And he's like, well, let's just make sure. So he took his little power tester that he had, and he hooked it up to my power supply. And whenever he hooked it up to the power supply, where are we? Oh man, there's a zombie near me. I know that. All right, well, let's take off. Anyways, so he hooks it up to the power supply, and he hits the little button that's supposed to show how much voltage is coming out of the power supply, and like it's supposed to like make the fan spin. And whenever he pressed the button, he pressed it a few times, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, smoke just billows out of the power supply, just going everywhere. Like it looked like a Kiss concert in the office. It was pretty ridiculous, and I was like, oh no, that's terrible. Now I gotta RMA this, and it's gonna take forever. And then I just thought, I'm like, oh, I'll just go to Best Buy and I'll see if there's a power supply there. Now I had a 1,000-watt power supply. It was a Corsair, and my computer, for the stuff that I have in it, it only needs 650 watts to run it. So I was like, well, I guess I can go a little less. So, but I was going to Best Buy, with the intentions to get a. Let's see, I just came from that way. With the intentions to get a 1,000-watt power supply, but all they had was an 850. I was like, you know what? I'll take the 850. It was a thermal take, and my case is a thermal take, and I've heard really good things about their products. So we got it all screwed in. We plugged it up, made sure all the wires were plugged in where they needed to go. Hit the power button. Booted up the first time, so I was extremely happy. And you have a pretty good computer setup whenever you have an entire office of IT workers straying away from their job to come and stare at the beast that you have produced. And so I felt pretty proud of it. I was really happy. And I now have my gaming setup all set up. It's nothing super neat and special. Like there's some tweaks I need to do to it to make it look better, but it's pretty much for the most part just exactly what I've been dreaming of. And I'll do an IRL video at some point maybe, and just show you guys around, show you what it's all about. I know there's like a million gaming setup videos that you can watch, but you know what's a million and one, you know? So we can do that at some point per your request. Once I start getting more than 5 viewers, or maybe whenever I get 2 subscribers or something, we'll do something like that. 'Cause it's all about the subscribers, it's all about the viewers, it's all about you guys. That regardless of how many I have, if I have 1, then it's worth it. And so yeah. So I don't know if any of you guys play DayZ or like want to play DayZ, but if you do and you're capable of it, I would go ahead and purchase it. Right now it's $29.99 on Steam, and it's an alpha, so it's not too expensive. For an alpha game, it is pretty expensive, $30 for a game that's like barely complete, but it's not bad whatsoever, especially considering that it's gonna definitely peak up to $59.99, $60 once the full game is released. So it'll be nice to know that, to have that peace and knowing that you saved $30. At least that's what I think. I'm definitely gonna feel good about myself knowing that I saved $30 in the long run, and I got to experience the game before its awesomeness, so I'll be able to really see the progression of the improvements. I haven't been playing since it first came out. My friend that I play with, he has been, and he says that it has come a long way, and I believe him. I certainly believe him. I know that the guys at DayZ, I know that or Bohemia Interactive, I think that's who does this. Anyways, Dean Hall, I'll just go with the guy's name. He definitely does a good job. He says he's going to do a lot of things, and I hope that he sticks to those and actually does them, regardless of how much time it takes. I mean, this stuff, it doesn't happen overnight, and I understand that, and hopefully most of the other people here do too. I mean, I definitely wish that the complete game was already out, like, you know, with the automobiles and with all the gear that you can have, with all the different customizations you can make, and I really hope that they bring like explosives into the game. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. I just hope they do, like dynamite, like TNT or something. Yeah, that'll be something I'm looking forward to. Let's pull our gun out just in case something happens. You never know. And we just want to feel cool anyways. Nothing at all wrong with pulling your gun out and just pretending that you're a bad A. Although I would argue that I am, especially with this mask. See how patriotic I am? I've gone through 3 masks, and progressively I think, in my opinion, they've gotten better. See, I think we need a drink, so let's go ahead and get a drink. Yes, he's thirsty. See, the thing about drinking too is that it's so loud. Like the sounds in this game, I hope that they improve those. I'm sure that they will. I'm sure that they're aware of the problem with that. But definitely, whenever you open up a drink, and if you're anywhere within, I swear, probably a mile of somebody, you're gonna hear them crack open that Coke. And it's either freaky or it's a good thing. You never know though, because the problem with it is that the sounds are kind of off, so you never know exactly where someone is at whenever one of those open up, or when you hear someone eating or something. Especially with zombie sounds too, like it can sound like they're right next to you, but in reality they're about 100 yards behind you. I had one chasing me the other day, and like I just felt like he was like right on my back, but no, I looked back and he was at least 150 yards behind me. So sounds will definitely be an improvement. I'm sure they'll change the sounds, like with like the hatchets and stuff like that. Whenever you hit something, it doesn't really make a sound, and once in a while it'll make like a gunshot sound. And I know they'll definitely fix that before they release a $60 game, though, without a doubt. Some things are gonna take more work than others, and it's understandable. I hope we come along a town soon, because if we don't, I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna lose some viewers over here on YouTube if I don't find a town pretty soon, because we're running through woodland now. We're up in the boonies. There's nothing but us in the wilderness right now. There's not even any zombies around. And one thing I did notice, that whenever I spawn, sometimes I'll hear a zombie sound, and I don't know if that's just a glitch or if like whenever you spawn, like it automatically spawns a couple of zombies around you. I don't know. That could be a possibility. Is that a Okay, that's like a rock formation or something. You know what? Let's run into the woods up here. Let's see where we can. Let's see if we can get anything going over here. That's a pretty mountainous area over there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it too far. We'll check it out though. Another really cool thing about this game is when you actually get a group going. Whenever you get a group together and you know, you get everybody all geared up and you're all together and you can kind of team up and you can find your hideouts and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a form of role playing, but not really, not in the weird way. I was a pretty big fan of Wasteland. I really liked Wasteland on Arma 2. The mod, it was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I played that game to death. Well, I wouldn't say to death. I played it to death while I had it. While I had my PC. I think I had like a total of 77 hours or something like that the last time I looked, so not a crazy amount, but yeah, a fair amount to show that I really put some effort into it. Okay, the only thing about this is you have to walk up mountains and hills. Like, you can't run up them, which is understandable. In real life, you wouldn't be able to run super fast up these hills. You'd have to take your time. I know if you run like at an angle, but like you have to run at a super angle whenever it gets this steep. It's not always worth it. Alright, let's see if there's like a city or a town or something over this peak. We'll look out and see if we can see anything. Oh man, this is a big hill up here. This would be an excellent spot to just land a helicopter. This would be a good base, I think. And maybe they'll implement like some kind of construction kind of thing where you can build homes, or you can go into homes and you can fix them up. You can turn them into the zombie apocalypse hideouts, and maybe with the trucks you can get special grills to put on the trucks. You can get spikes to put on the wheels. You can get machine guns. You can mount them on it and stuff like that. That'd be cool. I'm not even gonna ask if you guys watch The Walking Dead, because I know you watch The Walking Dead. Everybody watches The Walking Dead. And if you don't watch it, then that's okay, I guess. I won't complain or anything, but you don't know what you're missing. Unless you just don't like that kind of stuff. And I guess some people just don't like that kind of stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and go across this field because I feel like there's gonna be something. I feel like I'm gonna be able to see something over at the edge of that tree line. We'll check it out anyways. I really hope they can get my internet connection all figured out. Like, I think it might be something coming out on my wall, and if that's the case, then they can like hopefully replace that, and we'll get my internet speed going back up. I just got this new router. It's the Netgear R9000 or R7000, sorry. The Nighthawk is what it's called. It's a pretty hardcore router. It looks like a stealth fighter, if I do say so. It's pretty intense looking. It's definitely intimidating. Where are we? I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink. And I hope they also fixed getting thirsty in this game. I mean, it's better than it used to be. You don't get thirsty as often, and you don't have to drink as much to end your thirst. Like, it should go away after this. Yeah, see? It's not too bad. Alright, where are we now? Is this the edge of the map? Guys, I think we just found the edge of the map. I think we need to go back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh man. Is this north or is that? Oh my gosh, I don't know where I'm at. Alright, we're gonna get back onto the road over here. As long as we're at a road, we can find civilization. Or what was once civilization anyways. That's interesting, because in the mod you couldn't do that. There was ocean on 3 sides, and unless we're, you know what? If there's ocean on 3, you know what? We are very, very possibly north, and if so, that means this is south. So Alright, let's take that for what it is and let's run this way, assuming that this is south. I know we just came from that way, so we're gonna follow this road over here actually, and we're gonna go down south. Yeah, let's go this way. I also downloaded a new video making software. It's a Sony product. It's like Sony Movie Pro, maybe something like that. And I didn't buy the full version yet. I just got the trial version, which has all the features that the purchased one does. But I'm gonna try to get used to it, see if I like it. If I like it, I'll spend the money on it. It's like $50, and but yeah, it'd be a good deal if it works out. Like I read some reviews on it, and everyone says that it does what it should, that it's a great buy. So I'm gonna take that for what it is, and I'm gonna trust the people. The people know. Sometimes the people are crazy, but the people usually know. They don't always disappoint me. Rarely do they. Alright, we came from down there, so we're gonna take a trip back this way. If that's south, that means east is this way. That feels right to me. Got a feeling in my gut that that's correct. I'm probably completely wrong, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just go out on a limb and say we're good. They should at least bring like the bicycle into this game. If they bring the bicycle in, that'll make me happy. It'll make things a little faster, and it's just a blast to ride a bicycle around. I mean, you can't deny that. You see somebody fly by on a bicycle, and you can't help but just laugh. I mean, I've never shot a guy on a bicycle. Like if they're running or something, like I'll shoot them, but if they're on a bicycle, I'll leave them alone. Good for you, sir. So there's also hardcore servers on DayZ. There's these regular servers and there's hardcore, and I went into one of the hardcore ones, and it was stuck in first person. Like you couldn't go into third person, and I hate that. Like I mean, I go into first person to shoot and to attack zombies and to like look under things and stuff like that, but for the most part I stay in third person. Just because I like to see my surroundings, and I also don't like all the shakiness and the jumpiness of being in first person. I know it's a lot more realistic, and a lot of people like that, and I do like it. It's just I can't do it for long periods of time. And one thing about this game is the sun is absolutely blinding. Like I don't know if it'll be just as blinding on the actual video when it gets out, but man, it is. I can't you can't look at it without squinting just a little bit. It's like real life sunlight. It's pretty ridiculous. Like I can look up at it and it literally puts little dots in my eyes. That's how bright it is. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this episode right here, and we'll start another episode up shortly, and hopefully, yeah, I'll start another episode up whenever I get to a town where we have some action going. But this was kind of like an introduction video to my DayZ series that I'm gonna be doing, my first series, my first set of YouTube videos ever, and but thank you guys for watching, and please come back. I'll see you later.